Hey guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2026 BMW M5.
And a big thanks to Ibrahim and the rest of the management and staff here at BMW of Ocala for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium or performance car or SUV in the Ocala area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Ibrahim.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the M5 has been BMW's super high performance version of the 5 Series since 1984. Originally part of the second generation 5 Series or E28 for the M5, and the 8th generation or G90 M5 that you see here was all new last year for 2025. Sitting on the G60 5 Series platform with the XM powertrain, which makes a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, which by itself cranks out 577 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque, to an electric motor which makes 194 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque, for a moronic combined power output of 717 horsepower and 738 pound-feet. With 4-wheel drive, sending the power through a crisp and smooth 8-speed automatic transmission, you can expect a 0 to 60 time of around 3 seconds. For 2026, the M5 gets a faster charging rate, now up to 11 kilowatt, up from the previous 7.4, and a couple new interior leather colors. With a starting base price of $119,500. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So I apologize, we got a mobile detailer over there making a ton of noise with the generator, so we'll try to hurry up this exterior portion of the review. But we get this beautiful Brooklyn gray metallic paint color with the black contrast, full front parking sensing, forward facing camera, active shutters for the intercooler for the twin turbo V8, and the M5 badging in the lower right part of the grille. Really clean looking front end, huge airflow down below, and functional airflow in each lower corner. And now the sun's starting to poke out, you can really see this beautiful Brooklyn gray metallic paint color. Side sensor helping us out with the 360. We get these black and silver contrasted M-specific 20-inch rims wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport S Summer Performance tires. Dimensions are 285 40 ZR20 up front, and I believe we get a contrasted setup and 21-inch rims out rear with 295 wide tires, 35 for the thickness. We also get a massive 6-piston front Brembo style brake caliper. It's an M-specific brake caliper with huge 15-point-something-inch drilled rotors, basically 0 wheel gap. Charge port, we get about 29 miles of pure electric range. Camera on the mirror help us out with the 360, LED turn signal on the mirror with the black contrast for the mirror and the window trim. Pillars with a full glass roof. It's not a panoramic moonroof, unfortunately, it does not open, but it is really cool to be able to see the sky from the inside of the M5. We have smart access for the driver and a front passenger. Pretty aggressive rocker panel side skirt area. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile. With the rear end really reminding me of the new 7 Series. The rear wheel and tire setup, basically the same style as up front, but it's completely different when it comes to the dimensions. These are 21-inch rims now, still wrapped in the Michelin Pilot Sport S Summer Performance tires, but here the dimensions are 295/35 ZR21. Again, basically 0 wheel gap, additional side sensor out rear to help us out with a 360. M5 right behind this C-pillar area. No tints, you can add those in the aftermarket for a couple $100. I think it'll make this car look really good, just not coming from the factory. Full rear parking sensing, full LED taillights. Shout out BMW of Ocala for helping make this review possible. We had a black deck lid spoiler, M5 badging on the upper right part of the trunk, and a really aggressive rear diffuser with the reverse light right in the center, and quad exhaust tips. And speaking of the quad exhaust tips, let's fire up this monster 4.4-liter twin turbo V8 plug-in hybrid, and here she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 plug-in hybrid sold by BMW for the 2026 M5. And it sounds really good, cranking out a combined 717 horsepower, 738 pound-feet of torque, weighing in a little bit over 5,200 pounds, so definitely no spring chicken. Sending the power to all four wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission. You can expect a 0 to 60 time around 3 seconds, so a tad slower compared to the M5 competition we reviewed from the previous generation. It is a little bit heavier, a lot heavier compared to that previous generation, but still 3 seconds to 0 to 60 is a seriously high-performing sports sedan. We'll take a step inside in 1 second. Let's take a quick look at this window sticker on this 2026 M5 sedan, starting at tick under 120,000 bucks. $1,700 for the driving assistance package, $1,850 for the executive, $900 for the M-Drive Professional, $300 for the carbon fiber silver thread, $125 for the wheel locks, $350 for the first aid kit, $2,100 for the gas guzzler tax, $1,175 for the destination, totals us out at $128. 14 combined miles per gallon, that explains the gas guzzler tax. We get 20 miles of pure electric driving and 47 mpge. But taking a step inside again, we get smart access for the driver and the front passenger, gushy soft materials up top, booming Bowers & Wilkins audio system, gushy soft leather for the armrest, 2-person memory seats, lock and unlock, carbon fiber, 4-window auto-on touch with automatic sunshades, power folding mirrors, and soft touch even for the bottom portion with a power opening trunk. Solid storage too, you'll stack 2 footlongs and a big gulp right up front. M5 illuminated nameplate as we step inside with some seriously comfortable performance buckets specific to the 2026 M5. Solid bolstering, which is adjustable, perforated, heated, and ventilated. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide with 4-way lumbar control, but taking a step inside, we can really check it out. We also get adjustable thigh support, but put on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So as it would be expected with this price point, this is a fully loaded and absurdly comfortable interior considering the performance here. Yes, we're definitely getting up there in price. $120,000 is definitely not something to scoff at. But when you're comparing it to like luxury vehicles like the Mercedes-Benz S-Class or even the BMW 7 Series, this really isn't a whole lot less comfortable or spacious compared to those vehicles. Sure, the second row legroom is definitely a compromise, but as far as the driver and the front passenger, pretty tough to tell the difference between the vehicles considering the level of quality, refinement, and luxury that we have here, and some seriously modern tech with a 12.3-inch digital gauge display, 14.9-inch touchscreen, super thick steering wheel with the red notch in the center, red and blue contrast stitching, fat 10 and 2, perfect 9 and 3, and a flat bottom now for 2026. It was here for 2025. M-specific steering wheel, some hard plastic aluminum feel for the frame of it, stitched horn area, the horn really loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We don't get dual pane windows, but it's a very thick single pane of glass. We get paddle shifters with boost. M1 and M2 both are configurable. M2 is currently set to be the most aggressive mode. Right now we're in our hybrid mode. Can't even rev anything up, but you double click M2, boom, motor fires up. Whoo! And it sounds really good. We get adaptive cruise control on the right side, adjustments for our digital gauge display. Right now we're looking at content, trip data, assisted view, augmented view, route preview, map, setup, drivetrain, tires, sport displays, G meters, very configurable overall. The tire screen here is pretty cool, the PSI and temperature, but I'm gonna leave it over here for the sport display. We can also adjust the heads-up display. Not sure if you can pick it up on camera with all of its specific adjustments. The heads-up display is large, but it's not super easy to see with sunglasses on. We get a power tilt and telescoping steering column to be expected at this price point. Carbon fiber all throughout this dashboard with soft touch materials for the dashboard. The 14.9-inch touchscreen. Right now we're looking at the climate control, and this is my only complaint with the new iDrive 8 or 8.5 system, is that everything when it comes to climate is adjusted through the touchscreen. Even the defrosters are touch sensitive down below. Our map though, the iDrive 8 and 8.5 system has one of the best maps in the business, just about perfect response. Resolution is excellent. We can go back to the current location with all of our destination inputs to the right of it. Our setup, you can see your drive modes, voltometer, sport exhaust, sport brakes, sport steering, all the sport adjustments, the Sirius XM, phone, personal assistant, tires, drivetrain, weather, traffic conditions, and my BMW, all super cool features to look at all times. The home screen though, this is all part of the home screen. I'm gonna leave it right over here for the purpose of this review. We can see our apps though. Pause, take a look at everything that we have available and I'll return to the home screen for this review. We mentioned the carbon fiber dashboard, the adjustments for the air vents, wireless phone charging pad, and BMW digital key. You'll fit 24 to 32 ounce bottles. Soft touch for your knee will often hit. Red engine start stop button. The gear selector for the 8-speed auto transmission. Crystal dial if you don't want to get fingerprints all over the 14.9-inch touchscreen. With media, telephone, navigation, home, and back for the shortcuts. You turn off the traction control, turn off the parking camera, or access your parking camera with the click of a button. You press it one more time, and we return back to the previous screen. Put from the brake, throw it into reverse, and we also check out our backup camera over the top 360, check out our assisted view, parking view, panorama view, and we also get a 3D and car wash view. The car wash view is over the top for the front, and 3D, you can look all the way around your 2026 BMW M5. Super cool. You can throw it right back and get it out of reverse, so we're not reversing in this 2026 M5 with an electronic parking brake with auto hold. We mentioned traction control. You also have setup, your M hybrid mode, and our My mode, basically our drive mode selector for road, sport, and track mode. You get our volume and skip controls. Nice soft center console armrest, line and felt. With a 12 volt, you'll fit 4 12-ounce cans in there. The glove box, also soft touch outside of it. Not exactly certain how to open it. You push a button. Also lined felt, decently spacious. You'll fit 15 to 20 license plates in there. Should be able to fit 3, maybe 4 shoes, and about 4, maybe 5 Harry Potter books. Frameless auto-dimming rear view mirror with 3 garage home link settings on it. Touch-sensitive LED headlamps. And we also get our glass roof. It's not a panoramic moonroof, but it is nice to be able to see the sky from the inside of your 2026 M5. And I'll leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you guys can see how much light is brought into the cabin. And that's about it for the front seat, at least, of this 2026 BMW M5. Let's take a step out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. Always forget how the BMWs start to lock their back doors unless you unlock it from the front. Anyway, we get our sunshade. It's not a power sunshade, but we get soft touch materials up top, gushy soft armrest, aluminum door handle, auto one touch window, and our Bowers & Wilkins speaker. The second row seats, the leather goes all the way out to the door frame. You get contrasting color, perforation, heated, not ventilated seats with our third and fourth zone climate adjustments. But taking a step inside, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall sitting behind my seat settings, and I have about 3 inches of knee room, headroom. I have about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of it. So if you're under 6'4", 6'5", you are going to be pretty comfortable behind your seat settings in the M5, but for the size of this vehicle, especially the weight, I would expect to have a little bit more overall knee room. I appreciate the air vents. We have additional air vents in the B pillar with third and fourth zone climate adjustments, 2 USB-C ports, no map pockets behind either of the front seat, but we get a bracket, additional USB-C port part of the seat. Our center console or center cubby is nice soft leather. You'll fit 16 to 24 ounce bottles. The interior lights back here are also touch sensitive LED. We get a hook for both of the grab handles back here and a ton of light brought into the cabin thanks to this large glass roof. That's about it though, guys, for the second row. Let's hop out into the cargo space, see how much space is offered back there, and then take this 2026 M5 out for a drive. So underneath the BMW badge is our button for the electrically opening liftgate or trunk. The hinges are covered, so you don't have to worry about crushing your cargo. We get some additional hooks on each hinge, perfect for grocery bags not flying around, latches to fold the second row seats down 40, 40, 20, but the wheel wells do protrude a decent amount, so I wouldn't expect you to fit more than like a 50-inch TV back here. No secret storage because of the plug-in hybrid, and I'll leave a link right here to show you the exact amount of space with a pretty large opening. I'll drop the trunk. We have 2 buttons to drop it. This button drops it, this button drops it and locks the car. We don't need a lock, so we'll press the button on the left and take a step back, walk around this 2026 BMW M5 one more time. It is a really nice car, stupid performance, over 700 horsepower, over 730 pound-feet of torque. Definitely getting up there in price, but this is one of the most feature-packed vehicles out on the road today with really good looks and absurd performance. Speaking of the performance though, let's take this 2026 BMW M5 out for a drive and see what it's got. All right guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2026 BMW M5. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. Starting off in the normal hybrid mode, the throttle response is still really good. You can definitely feel that it's prioritizing the electric powertrain over the gas powertrain in regular hybrid mode, but it still feels very powerful. The M adaptive suspension, it's firm, but it absorbs the bumps really well. Brakes feel great. And although this is a pretty heavy sports sedan, it does feel light through the steering and the foot. In hybrid mode, we'll lean into it about halfway. Wow, okay. A little bit of a delay, but it picks up speed really well. And it's very quiet in hybrid mode. Not going to be the case in M2. It's going to open up this active exhaust really nicely, but just driving along at highway speeds feels really good in highway or hybrid mode. And the brakes feel good. Looks like a good opportunity to try one out off the line. Throw it into M2. All right, guys, off the line, about half throttle. Holy crap. Yeah, this is a really quick car. And in M2, it's definitely going to hold your gear. So this is probably where you're going to get your 14 combined miles per gallon with the gas guzzler tax. But the brakes still feel really good. And you feel the regenerative braking even when you're not on the brake pedal. Almost like a one-pedal drive. You can try out these paddles. Responsive, but very smooth. Takes about half a second from the time you click the paddle for a shift. But yeah, very smooth transmission. All right, guys, we can take a step out here, open her up a little bit more. In second gear, lean into it. Yeah, this is just absurd performance. You climb speed really, really quickly considering how comfortable this car is once you take it easy. At highway speeds, we can throw it into 8th gear, overdrive. We're turning at like 1,000 RPM. And as soon as you lean into it, it automatically downshifts you. So in order to have actual control permanently of the transmission, we got to throw it into sport transmission. And now it also puts our transmission into its most aggressive mode. We'll see if it gets a little bit less smooth and prioritizes crispness. Definitely quicker shifts. And in the aggressive transmission mode, the paddles have basically zero delay. Slow down a little bit, try another pull so we don't break the rules too badly. But yeah, super responsive paddles once you put the transmission into sport. Instant. I do wish this active exhaust sounded a little bit louder on the inside. Outside it sounded really cool, but I guess you can accredit BMW's sound isolation inside of this car being just about fantastic. And even with these Sun Performance tires, concrete pavement, it stays seriously, seriously quiet. Yeah, it does sound pretty cool with the downshifts. Handling's very good with these Sun Performance tires. Crisp, strong shifts, and they're still smooth even in the sport transmission mode. Well, one time, guys, Sport Plus mode, we'll put it into automatic for the transmission. Off the line, on the gas. Holy crap. Yep, that is really, really fast. I understand the numbers may be equal, if not a tad slower compared to the previous generation, but it does not feel like that. This hybrid assist jolts you as soon as you even sniff the accelerator pedal. You did not get that kind of sensation of acceleration in the previous generation. Sure, once you cross 40, 50, 60 miles an hour, this thing being about 1,000 pounds heavier definitely shows. But how often are you going to be doing pulls at that level anyway? From 0 to 40, this thing is probably blowing the doors off of the previous generation. Brakes feel good, steering feels really good in Sport Plus. And just the power always being available. It's already a strong V8 with 2 turbochargers on it. This hybrid assist just puts it to a whole nother level. Overall, guys, if you're looking for an all-out performance sedan, you want 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, if not quicker, and you also want something that's genuinely luxurious and comfortable with the option of pure electric driving. And with the pure electric driving here, we get about 30 miles of range. Sure, it's not for everyone, but if you're looking for that vehicle, the comfortable, super fast, high-tech sports sedan, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2026 BMW M5. And a big thanks to Ibrahim and the rest of the management and staff here at BMW of Ocala for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium performance car or SUV in the Ocala area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and as for Ibrahim. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.